Hey guys, and welcome back to another movie review. Today, I'm reviewing Man of Steel. Alright, so the reason I'm reviewing this movie is because today is actually the 79th anniversary of Superman's debut, Action Comics #1. So to celebrate, we're reviewing this movie, so let's get started. Alright, so this movie was made in 2013 and was directed by Zack Snyder. It is rated PG-13 for intense sci-fi violence and for some profanity. This means that it's probably a little too intense for children under 10. I personally saw it when I was about 10, but some might want to wait a little longer because of the language. Alright, so the plot of this movie is that a baby is sent from his home planet of Krypton to Earth to be saved from his home planet's destruction.
Kill him. No. He'll be a gone to them.
When he grows up on Earth, he discovers that he has several superpowers, including super strength, laser vision, and the ability to fly. He decides that he's going to use this power to help the human race and soon becomes the symbol of hope for Earth when he is forced to save it from annihilation. So in my opinion, I think the casting is one of the highest points of this movie in total. Superman is played by Henry Cavill, and despite being a bit darker than previous iterations, he generally does a really good job as both Clark Kent and Superman. I really like him. I think he's really good. Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, is played by Amy Adams, and she does well as the inquisitive reporter who is trying to figure out more about Superman's story and then is dragged into his conflict. The bad guy, General Zod, is played by Michael Shannon, and he does well as the villainous, cunning general with the ambitious plan. And in addition to those three actors, the cast includes some well-known actors like Kevin Costner, Diane Lane, Lawrence Fishburne, and Russell Crowe. And overall, the actors fit their roles quite nicely. The action sequences in this movie are another particularly high point, starting with an epic prologue showing the story of Superman's parents and how he even got to Earth in the first place, then ending with some epic fight scenes between Superman and his enemies. Visual effects are also quite impressive, especially with the alien ships and weapons. The music is composed by one of my favorite film score writers of all time, Hans Zimmer, and his music definitely fits this movie's darker tone. In addition to that, I also really like the plot. While some movie critics had a problem with character development, I disagree. The beginning of the movie features flashbacks from Superman's childhood, and we're shown how he discovers his powers and how he learns to use them with the help of his loving and supportive adoptive parents. And I found that part of the movie to be particularly moving. Still, I do have a few minor drawbacks. I don't really like the cinematography in this movie. The camera's always kind of moving around like it's a handheld camera. And I understand that that's kind of a trend now to do that sort of technique, but for a movie this epic, I'm not sure if it works. In addition, I'm not entirely sold on DC's darker presentation. I mean, that is a personal preference, but after seeing the more lighthearted presentation and humor from the Marvel movies, it can make this movie feel a bit more negative by comparison. And finally, the transitions in the beginning of the film to the flashbacks can be sometimes a little hard to detect and therefore hard to follow when you watch it for the first time. But after the second viewing, it's much easier to enjoy.
And now it's time for a moment with Charlie. And that was a moment with Charlie.
Okay, so now it's time to give my overall rating of this movie with my popcorn boxes. Again, 1 to 5. On a scale of 1 to 5, This is my overall rating of Man of Steel. So, as you just saw, despite the drawbacks, I still give Man of Steel a 5 popcorn box rating. I thought it was a really great movie. I highly recommend it. If you have not seen it, go check it out right now. So, thank you for watching this movie review. If you have seen the movie and you want to express your opinion, or if you haven't seen the movie and you thought this review was helpful, comment your opinion below. I would love to hear your opinion. In addition, leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I will see you next time.